In this video, I fully submerged my $4,000 electric scooter underwater. Today we're going to be talking about anything you might need to know about water resistance ratings, waterproofing tips, or safety tips for riding your electric rideable in the rain. If you've got an e-bike, an e-skate, electric unicycle, or scooter, this video applies to you. So let's roll the intro and get into it. As many of you loyal subscribers know, today we're out riding the InMotion RS electric scooter. This is from Voro Motors. There's a link and a coupon code in the description of the video if you want to pick one up after this. I have found myself in quite the predicament today. I need to drop off some packages at UPS, but it is raining very hard. Luckily, this InMotion RS has a serious water resistance rating. There are very few scooters that are rated to ride in the water like this one can, and the way you can tell that is by the IP water resistance rating. I believe that stands for internal protection. You might see ratings like IPX4, IPX5, 6, or 7, and here's a little list of what those mean. And you'll notice as you go down the list, you get more and more water resistant, up until your IPX7, which means it's rated for a certain amount of time to be fully submerged underwater. Now this scooter, along with the Segway GT2, I believe, have an IPX6 rating on the actual scooter body and then an IPX7 rating on the battery. So according to the manufacturer, that means we should be able to spray heavy jets of water all over this scooter, which we're pretty much doing right now. And we should, in theory, be able to submerge the battery without doing any serious damage to the electrical components, which is what you want to know if you're buying a scooter to ride in the rain. Let's talk about some cautions you should take before you even consider riding your scooter in the rain, though. First of all, I have street tires on this scooter, so I am in single motor mode. When it's wet out, these nylon-y type tires have a very high tendency to slip and you might crash. So if you're in dual motor mode, you're increasing your chances of slipping out both motors and you're probably gonna crash. If you have single motor mode, at least you can maintain traction on the front tire. Also make sure your scooter either has grip tape or you're wearing some shoes with serious traction, because the other big risk is you slipping off the deck. And of course, you slip off, scooter goes boom, everything's bad. My recommendation to you, even if your scooter says it's IPX5 or 6 water resistance rated, I would go through and plug any holes you might see that go right into the electronics, because half the time manufacturers can just buy the rating. They don't even have to really test it, or the units that they send in for testing have been slightly modified somehow. Sometimes that will include plugging up holes themselves or using chemical components or electrical tape to just cover up the electronics that wouldn't normally be covered up. Another thing we're going to talk about in regards to safety is your speed. Watch your speed. The faster you go, the less grip you have, especially if you're on street tires like me. Water in my nose. Don't corner very fast. Brake and accelerate very gently. Make sure you're not riding like a lunatic. There's another Cybertruck. I wonder if this guy's got his Cybertruck in car wash mode. You know what I should have invested in before this video is a little windshield wiper for my glasses. They have to make those by now, right? You might have seen on my YouTube channel a little while back, I did a waterproofing video on the Varla Pegasus. And the same general rules apply for most scooters. Take it apart, apply silicone around the edges, cover up holes with tape, do your best to find any ingress points and block them off. Fast? Yeah, this one will go about 60. Nice. Not in the rain though, way too dangerous. Horn still works. Also, if you're riding in the rain, another safety tip, keep in mind that paint on the road or reflectors and sewer grates become extremely slippery no matter what kind of tire you're riding on. Do your best to avoid them or just gently glide over them. Do not accelerate, decelerate, or turn. All right, we made it to the UPS store. Let's drop off some packages. It's gotta get done. If you want to support my work, you can go to pevoutlet.com, buy some stuff for yourself, and I'll hand drop it off myself. Oh, this thing is soggy. All right, this is gonna be our ultimate test up here. This part of the parking lot turns into pretty much a lake. We're gonna fully submerge the scooter, ride through it, and see what happens. Yep, there it is. Okay, if it can survive that, I'm pretty sure I can safely say you're good to ride in the rain. You'll see a lot of infomercials and a lot of people advertising that this thing can be ridden in the rain, but you don't see anyone doing it, do you? Because they're not willing to risk their $4,000 or $5,000 scooter testing it out. I'm gonna be the guinea pig for y'all. Now, before you go out and buy this scooter thinking it's a in Submarine. I should disclaimer, Voro Motors did tell me very specifically, do not ride the scooter in the rain. It's water resistant and waterproof. They don't want to send me parts. They don't want to have to deal with the customer service replacements and all that. So of course they're going to tell me not to ride it in the rain, but the manufacturer says I can. They even have it on their little video advertisement, someone riding it in the rain. So if you can't, then that's just false advertising, isn't it? I love this InMotion RS. This is one of my favorite scooters. If you're riding on the streets or even a little bit of light off-road, the InMotion RS is a total beastly powerhouse. If you prefer off-road riding or you're just way more extreme and you want more power and speed, the Wolf King GTR is my second choice, but not nearly as waterproof as this thing. Or excuse me, water resistant. You'll have to excuse the raindrops on the camera. There is no way around that. I do have the most ridiculous camera setup that's ever been seen on the face of planet Earth right now. I'm just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping it all works out. The GoPro's waterproof, but not when you have the Media Mod and the Rode Go mic attached to it. Make sure everyone can see. Ooh, that's another safety tip. Ride with all your lights on. Wear reflectors and beacons and everything that you have, because you're a lot harder to see in the rain. Not that it's actually hard to see things in the rain, but it's hard to see through car windows that are covered in rain. I'm sure we've all been there. Oh, reaping the benefits of this electric scooter even when it's raining. Let's go. Traffic? What's that? I have no idea. The raindrops hitting my face just feel like little needles, so I can confirm we're in the IPX6 territory. Heavy jets and streams of water. I should also let you know, before you buy a scooter and plan on riding it around in the rain, like a full 365-day commuter, it's pretty friggin' miserable. Everything is just so much slipperier too. If after everything you've considered, you still want to ride in the rain, here's the 3 types of tires you can get on your electric scooter. You have got street tread, hybrid tread, and off-road tread. My recommendations for riding in the rain: avoid street tread. That's what I'm on right now. I cannot go off-road. This is my new slogan right here. Street tires in the wet, this is what you get. Yes, that's actual smoke from the tires burning. If you want to ride in the bark or off-road at all in the rain, you need the knobbies. That's what the off-road knobbies are made for. Hybrid tires will do great. You won't lose traction in dual motor as easily or during general riding. This is kind of fun knowing how waterproof this scooter is. I'm just on the hunt for puddles now. I gotta really beat this thing up in the rain today so that I can confidently tell you the InMotion RS is water resistant. It's important to keep in mind that while the battery is IPX7 water resistance rated, the controllers are only IPX6. So if you do fully submerge the scooter for any extended period of time, you do run the risk of frying the controllers or shorting out other peripheral electronics like the horn or the lights. Let me throw it in dual motor mode for you real quick and you can see what it's like to have street tires when it's wet. Listen to the front tire. It's just peeling out constantly. There's no helping it. Oh, you should keep in mind that when I say you should only ride in single motor mode in the rain, that applies to the rear motor. You should only have the rear motor on. I forgot, this is one of the few scooters where you can tell it if you want the front motor running only or the rear motor running only. But make sure you got the back one engaged. That's where you've got the most traction, because all your weight's on that rear tire when you're riding. All big puddles at 30 miles an hour. Don't mind if I do. Ah! Just getting pelted by the rain. This is miserable. Talk about worst case scenario. Well, there you have it. Everything you need to know about waterproofing, and specifically, can the InMotion RS ride in the rain? I think for this particular scooter, we can say resoundingly, yes. But you should definitely check with the manufacturer on the IP resistance ratings of the scooter you're riding, because not all scooters are as great as this one. All right, that's it for me. I'm gonna cut the video short because I am soggy to the bone. But if you appreciate the content, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you for the next video.